classroom, everybody. So I've decided to do a pop art sculpture assignment. So I wanted them to go out and really think about any symbol of popular culture there is. Everything from fast food to media to CDs and stereos, any sort of object that has just been mass produced in the last several years. I went into a little bit of the history of pop art, and I really wanted them to dive in to a three-dimensional form. So my example that I showed them would be a hamburger. There's nothing more consumerism and American than the classic hamburger. So I used a variety of different materials here. The hamburger bun is made out of a cardboard base with some paper around it, and then I just used newspaper and masking tape to form the mounds of the bun. Used about 3 or 4 different pieces, taped them all together, and then I used tissue paper, papier-mâché with tissue paper. So just white glue on top of tissue paper to have a nice form to be able to paint on. After that, I used some jewels actually to do the sesame seed. So I'm going to turn my camera around and I'm going to make sure that you guys get a nice close-up view of this. So in terms of materials, it's quite simple. You can find this all around your art classroom. The majority of everything is just made out of newspaper, masking tape, and some tissue paper, and glued all together. So here I have the tomatoes, so just piece of cardboard with a band of paper around it, and I wanted to make sure that they appear to be thick. The biggest thing I wanted my students to do is to make sure you blow it up to at least 2 times its regular size. Okay, so regular piece of tomato, about this, so about twice the size in terms of diameter. So that's the tomato. The lettuce is just tissue paper glued onto white pieces of paper to keep the form. I made sure I glued it a little bit crinkly and bumps and stuff like that. So I had 2 pieces overlapped. And then the cheese, I'm just using ordinary felt. I found the right color. It's a nice peach color for craft singles, and nothing more commercial than craft singles. So after that, it is the patty. Is made out of Model Magic, actually. So it's nice and soft, and I was able to mold it. It had a cardboard base to it, and I just made a 3-dimensional feel to it and made it thick. So you don't have to fill it up completely. So you can save some materials, and it'll be a lot lighter. And then the bottom bun. So nice and thick and nice and flat, so the hamburger doesn't have any issues with riding steady. So after that, you could glue it down if you'd like. I kept it loose so I could show my students individually and how I built it. And I place it down just like that. So I started this assignment with my grade 8s today, actually, and a lot of them are choosing to do another hamburger, a hot dog, pizza, tacos. One's doing a stereo, and it's all about them trying to figure out what 2 times scale is, and they're having a good time doing it. So lots of materials that they can use with paints and glues and newspapers, so very, very multimedia. So have a fantastic, it's going to be the weekend next. Stay tuned for my next video, and thank you very much for coming to the channel.